Maya lists all the positive divisors of 2010 squared. She then randomly selects two distinct divisors from this list. Let P be the probability that exactly one of the selected divisors is a perfect square. The probability P can be expressed in the form m over n, where m and n are relatively prime positive integers. Find m plus n. We'll start with this 2010 squared. Finding the prime factorization of 2010 will be helpful. The prime factorization is as follows. Therefore, 2010 squared is equal to this squared. And it'll be helpful to figure out the number of divisors of this. And so looking at all the combinations, 2 to the 0 is a divisor, 2 to the 1 is a divisor, 2 squared is a divisor, 3 to the 0 is a divisor, 3 to the 1, and so forth for all of these. With that, the way you mix and match all these divisors, it's going to be true. And by mix and match, I mean like 2 to the 0 times 3 to the 1 times 60 times 5 to the 1 times 67 squared is a divisor. There are 3 to the 4th ways to kind of pair these various divisors. So therefore, there are 3 to the 4th, which is 81 divisors of 2010 squared. Now to find the number of perfect square divisors, that's just going to be, we're going to include 2 to the 0 and 2 squared, 3 to the 0, 3 squared, 5 to the 0, 5 squared, and 67 to the 0, 67 squared. So here, there are 2 to the 4th ways to multiply these and get a distinct divisor. So therefore, there are 16 perfect square divisors. So from that, P is going to be equal to, let's say it's going to be the adding together of let's say you pick what's the probability of picking a perfect square first? Plus the probability of picking a perfect square second. And so if you pick a perfect square first, that's going to be, there are 16 of those perfect square divisors and 81 total divisors. And then the next number that you pick, there will be 65 non-perfect square divisors, and then 80 total divisors left because you picked one here. So that's that probability. And then over here, if you pick a perfect square divisor second, this is going to be 65 over 81 times now 16 over 80. Again, that's 80 because we picked a divisor here. So you sum these together, and we get 13 over 81 plus 13 over 81, which is 26 over 81. These numbers are relatively prime. So therefore, it had m over n. So 26 is m, 81 is n. So therefore, m plus n is equal to 26 plus 81, which is 107, which is our answer.